Hi, my name is Garrett Phillips. As far as what to refer to me as, I just go by my first name, Garrett. Sometimes, if there is more than one Garrett in the class, I will go by my middle name, which is Keith, but I'm pretty sure I'm the only Garrett here. Not a super common name. What inspired me to take this course is I am majoring in communications, so thankfully it does fill the niche of required credentials. But personally, my interest in mass communication in particular delves into my appreciation of the psychology and the human mind and the history and understanding the history of how we communicate with each other, especially, in such massive ways, such as books, texts and scriptures throughout history, and even just things such as, people who gave famous speeches, so on and so forth, the invention of the radio, and things like that, like FDR's speech after Pearl Harbor is a good example of how mass communications have had an important impact on our culture. I find it all very interesting. And so that is both my, college required reason to take the course as well as my own personal interest in the subject. And as far as mass communications goes, and I put a lot of thought into this, um, initially I was going to say my favorite form of mass communications is video games due to their interactive nature and the way that they kind of put us in the experience of the message they're trying to communicate. But when I thought about it a little more, I kind of narrowed down my focus because there's a lot of aspects that go into games. And I believe my favorite form of mass communication would have to be music, because it is not only one of the oldest forms of mass communication, song and forms of music, such as percussion being one of the oldest, have existed about as long as, documented communications of our species has. And I think that music is such a big fundamental part of our culture that it kind of has its influence in everything. What we feel, the connotations we get from scenes in movies, um, games we play, even if you're listening to music while reading a book or a text, it can affect the way that you understand and kind of take in what you're reading. It's very powerful stuff, and I find it very fascinating kind of looking into the ways we communicate through song, even non-lyrical music, and how powerful just certain melodies can influence the way we think. On that note, someone that personally inspires me, both as a musician and an artist in general, I do a bunch of stuff. I write, I draw, I am a musician. I play the piano. I've dabbled with some digital music as well. The person that inspired me on a lot of this journey is a YouTube music artist who goes by the name of Myuuji. That's Myuuji. And they are a German pianist, who has had such a massive impact on a lot of the online culture, as far as his music being used in a lot of stories and readings on YouTube. And what inspires me about him is, if you listen to a lot of his pieces, he's such a talented person, and the emotions he can evoke with his music are so potent that not only did it inspire me to pick up piano a very long time ago, which was very important step in my life, but a lot of times I listen to his music while I'm working, while I'm doing schoolwork, my own creative hobbies, and I owe a lot to that man. And something that, on a more business-sided note about him, that really speaks to me is the fact that he's very casual about his business sense. His music, for the most part, is 100% free to use in any project, just as long as you credit him for his works. Don't just say, oh, I made this track. And that's really cool to me. The fact that someone with such an expansive library of music, with so much talent, he more or less just lets his music be out there. You can use it for anything you want, as long as, you give the proper credit to the artist. And I'm already kind of dragging this out long, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up here. But I am very happy to be taking this course. I can't wait to see the other videos you guys post, and I'm sorry that this wound up being a 5-minute video. I'll do my best not to yap so much in the future. Have a great rest of your day.